Hello and welcome back to another comic book overview. Today we will be taking a look at Justice League International issue 10 of February 1988, which is known as The Soul of the Machine. Before we get into the overview, I shall tell you some information on this comic book. The Justice League first appeared in The Brave and the Bold issue 28 of March 1960. The League's original and founding members are Batman, Superman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern, The Flash, and Martian Manhunter. The European branch of the Justice League featured Captain Atom, Elongated Man, Power Girl, Rocket Red No. 4, Animal Man, Metamorpho, and, not the original Flash, but the Flash known as Wally West. The American branch of the Justice League featured the founding members of the Justice League. However, the recruiting of both branches was highly erratic, and hundreds of heroes were on the Justice League, but some only for a few issues. Some notable part-time members are Dr. Fate, Dr. Light, Firestorm, Green Arrow, and the Atom. The Justice League International is simply when both branches of the Justice League team up to fight evil. And now we move on to the comic. The story begins on an asteroid just outside the atmosphere of a bright rainbow-colored planet known as the homeworld of the Manhunters, a race of sentient robots that wish to destroy the Earth. Their plans have been constantly thwarted by the Justice League, but they still pose a huge threat, which is why Justice League members Firestorm, Captain Atom, Hawkman and Hawkwoman, Superman, Martian Manhunter, and 3 of the Green Lanterns have come to stop them. Captain Atom is attempting to converse with Firestorm, who has been silent for a long period of time. Suddenly, Firestorm flies off, to the surprise of the rest of the League. Superman says that he is willing to return Firestorm to the asteroid, but Captain Atom feels, almost out of obligation, to go get him. As he follows the young hero, he complains to himself, but carries on. As Captain Atom flies away, the League makes the decision to attack the planet and rid their galaxy of the Manhunters. They form a simple plan before getting ready to land upon the surface of the planet. The heroes arrive on the surface of the planet, only to find that it is barren and covered in a thick layer of yellow dust, making it impervious to the power of the Green Lanterns. The Green Lanterns cannot manipulate any material of the color yellow. The Martian Manhunter realizes that the planet has been set up, targeting the weaknesses of the team. As the Manhunter relays this to his allies, Superman smashes the ground, making a gaping hole in the rock. As the team enters the crater, they realize, after looking at the walls and ceiling, that the entire planet is one large machine, but it seems uninhabited. Suddenly, a being climbs out of an exposed pipe in the metal floor. Hal Jordan recognizes him as a fellow Green Lantern, though not one he has any respect for. The Green Lantern, who is one of a dog-man-like species, tells the League of how he stumbled upon the planet and lost himself within its mechanical depths. Hal tells the League of how this particular Green Lantern got into the Green Lantern Corps through a technicality, along with the influence of his uncle, a famous Green Lantern. Suddenly, as Superman and Martian Manhunter discuss tactics, Dr. Fate suddenly senses an enormous amount of power coming from beyond a nearby wall. As the League flies towards the source of the power, Dr. Fate warns his allies that wherever the Manhunters are, they are prepared for the arrival of the Justice League. As in the central control room of the machine planet, a Manhunter finds the heroes on the radar and informs his commander. The commander looks outside at the thousands of Manhunters in the lobby, convinced that his army would destroy the Justice League. Suddenly, Superman and the League burst through a far side wall, taking hundreds of Manhunters with it, and proceeding to destroy the rest, as they had caught the robots by surprise. As it turns out, Hal had ordered a Green Lantern to create 5 decoys and drag them through the hallways, creating the illusion that the League was lost within the planet. The trick worked, and they slowly destroyed all of them. Hawkman and Hawkwoman quickly hack apart the robots as Superman takes out one of their bridges, destroying hundreds of them. Finally, Dr. Fate uses a magic blast to take out the stragglers. Once again, Dr. Fate senses emanations of power and, hitting a wall with his fist, pinpoints the exact location, as Hawkman and the Green Lantern express their satisfaction in destroying the robots. Superman, realizing that Dr. Fate has walked away, inquires about his position to Hawkwoman, who tells him the direction in which Dr. Fate has went. As the League walks through the hallways of the metal planet, Hal Jordan's fellow Green Lantern returns, and the team quickly clears the distance between them and the source of power that Dr. Fate mentioned. When they reach the anomaly, a strange sight meets their eyes. Superman studies the room, realizing that it is a factory creating Manhunters. In the center of the factory, they find a massive robot which seems to be asleep. As the League studies the factory, Dr. Fate requests that Superman destroy the factory using his heat vision, which Superman proceeds to do. As the half-made Manhunters burn, the giant Manhunter in the center of the room comes to life, and, after threatening the heroes, flies away through a hatch in the ceiling. The planet begins to rumble, and rock begins to fall from the ceiling. Ordering everyone not to panic, Superman once again smashes a hole in the ceiling, and the League flies back to the asteroid they were using as a base. As the League lands on the rock, Firestorm and Captain Atom return, along with some unknown heroes. As the heroes discuss what they have just seen, they all agree that the Manhunters are still a threat to the planet Earth. That is the end of the issue. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe for more comic book overviews.